What I find most beginners error is the fact that they simply don't eat enough. Eat more. We'll be happy if you eat more. We bought plenty of food. In fact, at last year's festival, we bought enough food that the total calories served at the festival equaled the amount of food that I eat in a year. This year we have a lot more people, and this year's order equals the amount of food that myself, my wife, and my daughter would eat in a year. So I need you all to eat because we eat really well. But if you don't eat enough fruit, I've had people come to me and say, oh, I tried that fruit thing, fruit for breakfast. It didn't work at all for me. I'm going, oh, really? What'd you do? And they go, I had a half a grapefruit. I said, I was hungry by 9. They go, it would be like telling me that you had a bite of toast for breakfast and it didn't work. You were hungry again later. Well, of course, you still have to get in the calories, but the calories aren't as concentrated. You got to eat a lot more volume. We don't have a framework of reference of how much volume we're really talking about. It's mountains of food. It's so much food. People used to ask me, where do I put all the food when I was eating standard food? Now I had to learn to eat a lot more volume. And it takes just practice. You don't have to eat as much as you can. If you eat as much as you can, you're going to burst. We don't want you to burst. It's a messy cleanup job. We don't want you to eat until you hurt. We don't want you to eat until you have exceeded your digestive capacities. We don't want you to eat until you put yourself to sleep. Okay, that's like as much as you can, and those are the things that could happen. But I don't want you to eat just all you care for, because there's been a whole bunch of training that dessert comes at the end of the meal because your mom said to you, don't eat sweets before the meal, you'll spoil your appetite. How many people's moms said that? It's almost uncanny that I could know that many mothers. But they said, don't eat sweets before the meal, it'll spoil your appetite. What they're really saying is that fruits are satiating. Fruits are very satiating because they're sweets. She didn't really mean don't eat sweets before the meal. What she meant was don't eat that stuff because you'll spoil your appetite for what I made for you. And she wants you to eat that. She spent a lot of time on it. Understandable. I want you to eat more fruit, but we've been trained to just have a little bit of sweets at the end of the meal, and that little rise in blood sugar that comes is all we could handle. There's a lot of physiology why that's so, and we have plenty of diabetics to prove that the physiology is sound. But now when we cut fat levels down, we can eat a lot of fruit, and in fact we have to if that's going to become our calorie source. Otherwise you're just going to fade away to nothing, and you're not going to be very happy. You're either going to binge, you're going to crave, bad things are going to happen. So eat fruit like it's going out of style. We got plenty to back it up. And gradually, you'll develop the ability to know how much it takes to satisfy yourself from one meal until the next. And it becomes a very predictable process, just like it did with any other food.